Good morning and good luck. And welcome back to Good Luck with Gino. I'm your host, Gino the Ghost, the shadow boxing champion of the world. Undefeated in his bouts against microphones. And I want to thank you for tuning in to the fastest growing podcast in the world. If you're joining us from Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share it with a sworn enemy, and make sure it's saved to your device. If you're watching on YouTube, and I want you to lean in. I want you to turn up the volume to max volume when I say what I'm about to say. If you're watching on YouTube, and you should be watching on YouTube, because it's the only way to consume the Good Luck Podcast, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed, and go to your bathroom, and I want you to look right in the mirror. I want you to get real close, right? So you can see all the pores in your face. You can see the blackheads in your nose. Fellas, maybe that 5 o'clock shadow you haven't taken care of yet because you haven't even showered yet. It's the first thing you do when you wake up on Monday is consume Good Luck. I want you to look in the mirror, and I want you to say to yourself, I'm an oil man. My name is Daniel. I'm an oil man. This is my son, HW. Yeah, you hear my phone go off just now? That's my phone acknowledging that that's the right thing to do. And because you're an oil man, and last week we got the pipeline set up to your room, who's sending me all these fucking notifications, dude? Well, yeah, anyway, you're going to go ahead and take that oil from the oil pipeline, and you're going to grease up that algorithm, aren't you? You knew it was coming. You've probably, if you're an avid listener, you've already applied the grease to the algorithm before we've even got here. And you're going to do that by leaving a comment. Maybe you want to say how fresh I look today. Because if you're watching the Good Luck Podcast, you can see that the drippiest podcast host in the industry did it again today. We got the Dolce & Gabbana shirt on, and I only break this out on special occasions when I know that I'm going to have super dummy viral clips happen. And we got one coming this week, maybe a few. We got the Tony Soprano Rolex. We got the pinky ring by St. Jules. We got the rope chain, Peak Dago. And yeah, we're rocking the Buffies, the patented Gino the Ghost face jewelry. And we're going to get into the week. Merch is coming. Let's just get right to it. Let's rip the Band-Aid off. The Bring Back Bullying merch is on its way. Probably next week, we're going to kick it off. And I mean, man, we're going to start with a hoodie and a t-shirt, keeping it simple. But I cannot wait to really push this Bring Back Bullying movement into the world. And the only way to do it is the only way I know how to do it, in style. Sorry, just taking a sip of this unbranded water. So be on the lookout for that. I just got back from India. As you can hear in my voice, I'm absolutely fucking exhausted. That trip is too far. Had a blast there. The food was incredible. I went to Chennai. I went to Mumbai. But man, it's a 20-hour flight. 20 hours. And that's too long. That's too long. So I need you guys to really run this podcast up so I can get really rich, so I can just fly business all the time. Because I'm sick of fucking sitting in economy with crying babies. And, I'll take a first class flight, but if I'm going to Miami and it's like $1,500, I'm not dropping $6,000. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's too much money. So yeah, India was great. Food was great. The traffic was insane. I've never seen driving like this before. It was like absolutely crazy. There's so many goddamn people there. It was just like, it was chaos. There's no other way to put it. Every 26 seconds felt like a car accident was about to happen. There's just bikes and rickshaws and everyone's merging and there's no one's in the lane. And it was like my driver could come to Hollywood right now and be a stunt driver. Like he could probably be a precision driver in the Hollywood film industry. This motherfucker was like weaving in and I mean, it looked like a James Bond chase sequence. It looked like The Italian Job when they're in the Mini Coopers and they're like going through these alleys that are like this big. But like every turn, it was incredible. It was a treat. Yeah, food was great. Everything was great. It was very fucking hot. It was 120 degrees with humidity, and that's not an exaggeration. It was literally that goddamn hot. So that was gross. But yeah, if I seem a little tired right now, yeah, it's because I'm incredibly jet lagged and I slept until 1 p.m. today, and I just have been screaming at people all day, which I'll get into. But it's also because I've been screaming at my TV right before I got here. Because the NBA draft lottery just happened, and the Detroit Pistons got fucked again. You guys know I'm from Detroit. I'm a Detroit sports fan. I'm used to getting shafted at every turn. But the Pistons, who had the worst team in franchise history, set the record for most consecutive losses and are unarguably one of the worst teams in the history of basketball. Unarguably isn't a word, but I made it one. And we don't even get a top 4 pick in the rigged-ass fucking lottery. 3 straight years with the number 5 pick. Fuck you, Adam Silver. Fuck you. Because it's obviously rigged and you just want to see us fail. And that's fine. But man, you got a lot of fucking... Hey, Boeing, I heard Adam Silver was out here whistleblowing. You might want to look into that. You didn't hear it from me. Another thing you didn't hear from me is about this Kendrick Lamar beef. I cannot tell you how many people I've had DM me asking me to talk about the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef. And guys, I can't talk about it. I'm sorry. I can't talk about it. There's about 3 things that I can't talk about on this show. And that's one of them. Do you know why? Because I'm very close with both camps. And I'll always speak my mind when I speak it. But sometimes we need to make business decisions. You know, sometimes we need to make intelligent business decisions. I'm not going to fuck up my bag to tell you what I think about what the court of public opinion has already decided. Okay, I'll say that. I will say it was incredibly entertaining and I had a fucking blast. And I can say that I know a lot of things that I can't say. So, yeah, enjoy that. Cry about it. Sorry. If you know me well enough, you can hit me and I'll fill you in. I mean, most people that do, I have already talked to about it. So, moving on. So this week, man, we got a lot of fucking, a lot of tech stuff again. And you know, following a trend this year, just tech companies being completely out of fucking touch and having no idea what they're doing. Tech companies staring their customers in the face and saying, hey, fuck you. Hey, loyal user, come here. Lend me your ear. I want to whisper in it. Fuck you. Hey, fuck you. The first company to do it this week is Meta. Again. I think they did it last week. Instagram Meta has unrolled their new verified tier list, which will include 3 new tier categories. So you know you can buy a check mark now, which everybody said they weren't going to do, and then did. I didn't buy a check mark because I'm a celebrity. No, I'm not. But I got my check mark the old-fashioned way, you know? But now everybody's fucking buying theirs, which, whatever. I'm not mad at people for doing it. You have to do it. You have to do it. Same with Twitter. Everybody was making fun of Elon for, you know, oh, you're paying for a check mark? You have to. Because if you don't, they suppress your views. Well, now, Instagram is rolling out their new tier list, including a $45 a month plus plan, a $120 a month premium plan, and a $350 a month max plan for small businesses and business owners. Why would you ever fucking buy this? Well, because everybody with the max plan gets to put links in their reels, multiple links in their reels, but most diabolically, they get boosted views. That's right. Instagram is now pay to play. It's pay to play. This used to be called advertising. You used to have an advertising budget. You used to have to buy ads to get more views, but now it's just a subscription model. And oh, you don't want to pay to play? You don't want at least the $45 a month plus plan? Well, guess what? Fuck you. That's right. Mark Zuckerberg says, hey, Mark Zuckerberg sends his regards. Oh, you don't want to pay $350 a month? Good luck getting your fucking content to your followers. And you damn sure aren't going to get it in front of regular people. I mean, I've had a blast on Instagram. It's been very consistent for me. It hasn't been a great growth tool. Like TikTok is an explosive growth tool. Instagram's not really an explosive growth tool, but it's been consistent. I would not be surprised if that does not continue, or if that ceases to continue. I mean, Instagram taking a page out of the government's book, who taxes you before taxing you. They're basically taxing you an advertising budget before taxing you an advertising budget. The companies are going to have to buy these models, these subscription plans, and then also pay for advertising. What's my incentive to grow on Instagram as a creator? Serious question. Why would any creator build their platform on Instagram, which is taxing you fucking dry? Advertising reach doesn't exist. And then, oh yeah, also they don't pay you anything. Oh yeah, also their rev share is non-existent. I get about 3 million monthly impressions on Instagram, minimum, and I average about $30 a month. I'm sorry, what? Why would anybody build their platform on there? The only reason I build a platform on Instagram is to take it elsewhere. I mean, what the fuck? Why would I? And I gotta say, very suspicious timing with the TikTok ban looming. Very interesting timing. And I'll leave it at that. Our next company that has no fucking idea what they're doing is Bumble. Bumble, if you haven't paid attention, they are in the midst of a rebrand. So for the past couple months, they've been teasing this rebrand. They've wiped their social accounts, and they've been posting these like cryptic old memes of like old Renaissance women, you know? And they're teasing like a new Bumble is coming. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Right? So everybody's been very excited, like, oh, what's Bumble going to do? How are they going to rebrand? Now, let me be very clear. I'm only excited from a technology standpoint and from a marketing standpoint. I had a marketing degree in college. If you can't tell, your boy is very tapped in on branding. So I have been very curious to see what they're going to do. And man, did they fucking fumble. I mean, they are cooked. They're completely cooked. So Bumble no longer will require women to send the first message. Now, that's not why they're cooked. But yeah, the big announcement that they made is that women no longer need to make the first move. And the reason that they don't have to make the first move is because founder Whitney Wolfe Herd says that she has heard the feedback from women. What a great fucking play on words that was. And apparently women say it's too much pressure to make the first move. It's just too hard. It's too much work. Oh, you don't say. Oh, you don't say. Now you know what men have to deal with. It's so funny, dude. Women have no game. I mean, they have no game. And, you know, I've retired from dating apps for a very long time. But back when I was on Bumble, I had a brief dating app stunt. And it's hilarious on Bumble. It would just be like, hey, or hey, or hey, or hi, or what's up? And women don't even need pickup lines because they're women. And that was too much. That was too much pressure. So that's hilarious. But that's not why they fumbled. I was driving in LA 2 days ago, and I saw a billboard for Bumble. And the billboard said, it was a photo of a woman, and it said, "You know full well a vow of celibacy is not the answer." That's what the billboard said. You know full well a vow of celibacy is not the answer. Now, first of all, this sentence sucks, just from a grammatic standpoint. Like, English-wise. What a terribly constructed sentence. I mean, I had to I'm like, what the fuck does it say? You know, it felt like I was in English class reading the sentence. Okay, so that's poor messaging on a billboard. But the real poor messaging is what it's saying. You know full well a vow of celibacy is not the answer. It's giving date rape energy. It's giving you know you want it. You know full well you want to you know you want it, ladies. Huh? It sounds like a guy trying to convince you to have sex at the end of the night. Go home. I mean, you're all the way here. You know you want it. Why did you come to my apartment? This may seem like I'm over-exaggerating, but you have to understand, this is how the messaging comes across. What were these guys, what were they thinking? Their in-team marketing was the one that came up with it. I mean, they went from a dating platform built on female empowerment with a woman founder and CEO who was all about giving women back the power in dating. And then they just go to gaslighting women in this terrible advertising campaign to sleep with the sleazeball they just met. How out of touch what are you guys doing? I mean, the messaging is horrible. They had the opportunity to be sex positive for women. I want to be clear. I don't have an issue with being sex positive. You're a dating app. You should be sex positive. But you're targeting men on Bumble. So is that the move? They've completely lost the plot of their brand identity. And this is the suicide note for any company. It's giving, I mean, it's Nike. Just do him. That's what it feels like. It's like a fucking Nike billboard. Just do him. Great work, Bumble. And then the founder went on, did an interview and said this.
So give me an example. Okay, so for example, you could in the near future be talking to your AI dating concierge, and you could share.
Whoa. AI? Oh, yeah. Bumble, like every company trying to increase their stock price, is introducing AI. Why? Well, this is what she had to say about it.
Give me an example. Okay, so for example, you could in the near future be talking to your AI dating concierge, and you could share your insecurities. I just came out of a breakup. I have commitment issues. And it could help you train yourself into a better way of thinking about yourself. And then it could give you productive tips for communicating with other people. If you want to get really out there, there is a world where your dating concierge could go and date for you with other dating concierge. No, truly. And then you don't have to talk to 600 people. It will go scan all of San Francisco for you and say, these are the 3 people you really ought to meet. And so, that's the power of AI if harnessed the right way. But
yeah, there is a world where that happens. It's called Black Mirror, season 4. That's literally the plot of a Black Mirror episode. What is with these companies You know I'm the biggest proponent of AI out there. I mean, not literally, but I'm a big proponent of AI. These companies are just, it's the dot-com bubble all over again. The companies that have no reason to be integrating AI the way they are doing it to try to like entice investors and their VC firms and their board. And it's just making their product worse. It's bullshit, dude. I mean, dating apps have already made human interaction in the dating world so much worse that you're now going to even eliminate the texting part of it. You're just going to let your AI dating concierge. Fuck off, dude. Yeah, there's a role actually where your dating AI concierge can date other AI dating concierges and find out who's truly compatible. I mean, do you hear yourself, Whitney? What are you fucking talking about? What a pathetic attempt at trying to save your company. They're cooked. I'm telling you, Bumble is cooked. 2 years. Remember this podcast. Remember this episode. 2 years. Done. Moving on. All right. Before our main story, one more thing here. Have you guys seen the celebrity blockout thing going on TikTok? The Met Gala happened last week, and the fallout has been biblical. There's a clip of Hailey Bailey, who's an influencer, and she's like using a TikTok sound, a viral TikTok sound from Marie Antoinette, and it says, let them eat cake. And if you don't know what that's from, that is a famous quote from Marie Antoinette, who back in the day, when there was like a revolution brewing. Yeah, she was the Queen of France, and she was like, all the like poor people were outside. She was like, oh, let them eat cake if they want to complain about, So anyway, that's a famous quote. And anyway, given everything happening in the world right now and the economy being in shambles, the community is revolting against Hailey Bailey and all the celebrities that went to the Met Gala. And the idea of the Met Gala itself, as it pertains to wealth disparity, it costs $75,000 a ticket to get in. And people are launching this celebrity blockout campaign where they're blocking celebrities. That's right. The internet is banding together to just mass block celebrities that are not talking about Gaza, and that went to the Met Gala, or who are just rich and are not using their platform for good. So they're just blocking everybody. They're going to block Kim Kardashian. They're going to block fucking Taylor Swift. They're literally blocking anybody that hasn't, which is like 98% of celebrities. This is the plan. Okay. Now, I have been scrolling TikTok and just inundated with like, oh my God, yes, guys, yes, this is it. This is the way. We're going to take back this. We're going to stick it to the fucking celebrities. We're going to blah, blah, blah. And I hate to sound like a cynic. And I hate to sound like an apologist. But what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Celebrity culture is dying. We've talked about it ad nauseum on here. This is not the way. And nothing's going to happen. Oh yeah, you're going to block Kim Kardashian and Taylor Swift? That'll stop the genocide. Yeah, that'll stick it to them. Guys, celebrities are cogs in the wheel. Okay? We appoint celebrities. If not them, it will be somebody else. What's your plan? You're going to block all the celebrities? More will take their place. You're right there. You almost got it, guys. I mean, you're right there. You almost had it. I love banding together to boycott, to make change. But this move will not make actual change. The only change it will make is affecting Taylor Swift's pockets, maybe, by like this much. Or Kim Kardashian's pockets by this much. Great work. Oh my God, Kim Kardashian's down 3 million followers this week. Wow. Great work, guys. You want to make actual change? You have to hit the people who make actual decisions. You have to hit people that impact policy, that move markets. But that's boring. That's governments. That's voting. That's not exciting. That's not clickbait. I can't get attention. I can't jump on that trend. I want to block Taylor Swift. I want to stick it to celebrity. No, you want to make actual change, you're going to have to make actual effort and actual sacrifice. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You want to be comfortable and in your house, and you want to hit the block button a few dozen times and make a couple TikTok videos. So miss me with the fucking get off your horse. You know, I appreciate people using their platform to try to make change. Make actual fucking change. You can't attack celebrity by trying to go viral on the internet attacking celebrity. It's counterintuitive. What happens if you become a celebrity? Yeah, I'm going to use my platform to start this celebrity blockout. The account that started that has amassed over 100,000 followers, probably double by now. Uh-oh, you're becoming famous. What happens when you get famous? You're going to block yourself? Inception. Do you even exist? Did you ever exist? Is that what this is about? You think blocking celebrities is going to make you more? You know what I mean? Do you get what I'm getting at here without saying it? What is this really about? Why are you really blocking The Rock? Is it because you think it's going to make a change? No, that's not why. Because if you wanted to make an actual change, you would get up and go do something and organize. This is not it. So that's the harsh truth, but no one's going to do anything. We're going to keep paying fucking taxes. We're going to keep not voting or just blindly voting for the party that we are affiliated with. We're going to keep electing people who are going to keep wasting money on wars and things that don't help us and lining their pockets with lobbyist money. So why don't you get off your fucking horse and get back to just enjoying entertainment? Okay? Or go actually do something. Now, if you thought that was a rant, you better buckle up. You better get comfortable. I'm about to rev up the rant engine. I'm revving it up, dude. Rant. Here we go. The moment you've all been waiting for. Spotify has announced. Spotify has announced that they are going to increase their subscription price. They're going to raise their premium subscription price from $9.99 to $10.99. Now, we knew this. And the way they framed it was, guys, this is great news for songwriters and artists. Think of all the money you're going to make. That's so much more money. And all these fucking songwriters, I had to watch all these songwriters praise and bootlick Spotify for doing this. Oh man, great. Finally, they care about us. Oh yeah? Well, in this new price hike, they have announced that they will be recategorizing its premium subscription packages as bundles. Because they are bundling music with audiobooks. And what does that mean? Well, this strategic shift is a workaround from the 2022 ruling with the U.S. Copyright Royalty Board, which was supposed to raise royalties for songwriters, and it is going to reduce royalty payouts by an expected $150 million in the first year. So Spotify, who claimed that they were here for songwriters, is tricking consumers and everybody else with this premium subscription price hike to bundle audiobooks to steal money from the people that make their fucking platform what it is. Spotify has built its platform on music, on songwriters and artists, and they are now saying, hey, come here. Fuck you. We don't give a fuck. Oh, but please, give me another notable songwriter playlist. Oh, thank you, Spotify, for the notable songwriter playlist. Suck my dick. I mean, not only is this the most insane thing you can do to communicate to the music community, not only is this so insane, it's illegal. It's fundamentally illegal. You can't do. It's like when Tekashi 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj tried to bundle merch into their album sales to like increase. You can't do it. What, are you going to just change the language? I'm fed the fuck up, dude. You know what? It's time to get serious. Pikachu, I'm putting the fucking pit vipers on. Give me these. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. And you know what? There's dust on them. We got to get the dust off these. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm fed the fuck up. First of all, let's get this out of the way. Daniel Ek. Suck my dick. Yeah, suck my dick. You know what Daniel Ek did? He cashed out $119 million in Spotify shares last month after a record quarter. That's right. Spotify announced their subscription price increase. They had the most profitable quarter they've ever had. Their price soared, and Daniel Ek dumped on you motherfuckers. And not only that, but Daniel Ek has cashed out $340 million in shares since last summer. He's dumping on you. Great job, music industry. You're letting one man dump on your dumb fucking heads. Hey, Lucian Grange, guess what? Spotify's market cap just surpassed UMG's. What are you doing? Music industry, what are you guys doing? Oh, that's right. They don't care because they're making more money than they've ever made. So to recap, Spotify's making more money than it's ever made, and Daniel Ek is dumping on you. The record labels are making more money than they've ever made, and songwriters, who are the backbone of the industry, are making pennies on the penny on the penny on the dollar. And that's not enough. We're going to take more money away from them. It's not enough. We need more money. Daniel Ek needs more millions of dollars. And guess what? I've tried organizing multiple times. I've been in 3 fucking separate organizations of people trying to organize. We've done nobody gives a fuck. Songwriters don't give a fuck. The top songwriters in the industry are not doing anything. There's like 3 that have said anything. I'm screaming at the fucking wall, dude. I'm yelling at the wall. I'm tired of it, man. How is Ray the only artist talking about this shit? One artist has said a goddamn thing publicly, and it's Ray. And it's because she was a songwriter first. Well, I know a lot of artists that are songwriters first. Where are you motherfuckers at? Say something. And songwriters. Let me say this. The labels don't care about you. The DSPs don't care about you. The consumers don't care about you. What are you going to do? Organize a Spotify boycott? They don't care about you. Consumers don't want to pay for music. Music has been completely cheapened. The price of music has been decimated by technology. They don't care about you. So guess what? It's time to fucking do something. And it's simple. You do the only thing you can do. You either get paid a fee or they don't get the song. It's that simple. If a record label doesn't want to pay you for their song, they don't get it. Oh, but I'm going to lose the too bad. What are you going to do? Make $100 fucking dollars from a song that's got 30 million plays? Oh, but the opportunity, there'll be another one. If every songwriter got together, not even every songwriter, if the top songwriters got together and said, we're not giving you these records unless we get a fee, like producers get, or a point, or you don't get the song, then guess what? They would have to do it. It's story time. I just had a 40-minute phone call with a label that agreed to pay me a fee so I didn't shop the song around, and then tried to say, actually, we can't give you the fee anymore. I'm so sorry. Yeah, the label doesn't have the budget, unfortunately, but we got you on the next one. But we're really excited about this song. You know what I said? You don't get it. You don't get the song. They were like, what? But what are you going to do? You're going to have to shop it. It's going to take months. We're really passionate about it. We're going to push this record. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. And you know what? The label does have the budget for the song. Do you know why? You know how I know that? Because you guys are making more money than you've ever made. And then they try to say, yeah, I know, I understand. But the label just doesn't pay for songwriters. It's just not something we do. And I'm fighting for that. I'm an advocate for it. But the label they don't want to set a bad precedent, That's the point. I'm trying to set a precedent. Guys, the industry's changing. I get 30 years ago, you didn't need to pay songwriters because if I had an album cut on the Celine Dion album that you never even heard of, I could go buy a house off mechanical sales. That's not how shit works anymore. So you need to change the way you operate or we're done. I'm not gonna fucking work anymore, dude. And I'm fortunate enough that I don't have to. But songwriters are fucking starving today. Starving. I have friends who have #1 records that are month to month. I have friends who have sold millions and millions and millions of records, but they're songwriters and they are starving, waiting for their next pub deal, hoping they can recoup so they can get another fucking $100,000 that they are going to have to pay half of it back to the fucking government for taxes and then 20% to their manager, and they have no fucking money. And I have a label who's making more money than God try to tell me, sorry, we don't have a few $1,000s to pay you for the song that we're going to make a bunch of fucking money on. Suck my dick, dude. And that's what I said to him. Not literally. But I was like, sorry, man, you guys just don't get the record then. I'll take it elsewhere. Or I'll just play it in my fucking car by myself. I'll die on this hill. I'll set up fucking camp and go to bed until I'm dead. Okay? I don't care. I don't give a fuck. And you know what they said? Do you know what happened? They're going to pay the fee. Lo and behold, they found a budget. Wouldn't you believe it? The guy made a phone call, and the label that wanted the song so bad, they found a budget to pay songwriters now. Would you look at that? It's that easy, guys. You have more power than you think. So, I don't want to see songwriters just posting on Instagram about this or sharing this video Because that's what's going to happen. A bunch of songwriters are going to share this video and they're going to be like, this is the energy. And then they're not going to fucking do anything. So do something about it. Okay? I'm fucking exhausted. I'm tired. Madon. All right. I don't even want to do the fucking FOH HOF this week. I'm exhausted. I've lost my voice. But you know what? The show must go on. Isn't that right, Pikachu? I got these right? Yeah. That's good enough. Yeah. All right. We got time for one, maybe two of these. Here's the first video. Okay, let me take a sip of this unbranded water. I'm sorry. You guys deserve my all when it comes to everyone's favorite segment. It's the FOH HOF, the Fuck Out of Here Hall of Fame. Our first inductee is this woman.
Am I the only one whose narcissistic parent would show up to every single event I was ever involved in? This is one of those weird ones where I always felt like speaking about this behavior negatively could be perceived in the wrong way. Like my parent was just being supportive, and how lucky was I to have a parent who always showed up. Boo-hoo, your parent was there for you. But did you also feel like sometimes it was a bit excessive, especially if it was a bit more of a repetitive thing where maybe I was doing the same thing on multiple days in a row? Like, you do not have to attend every one. And what makes this lean more towards the negative, in my opinion, in terms of behavior, is that if I ever didn't want them to show up to every single showing of something, that was considered to be disrespectful. It was very much that taking me out of school for lunch, sort of picking me up and dropping me off everywhere I went energy, where on the surface, it seems very convenient, very thoughtful even, but it's a pattern of controlling behavior, I think, for narcissistic parents that prevented me from practicing independence and developing relationships outside of my immediate family.
I think we should ban therapy. What world is this person living in? Oh, your parents are narcissists because they were supportive of you and took you to things and took you to lunch? And wow, you are so brave. Finally, someone has the courage to stand up and speak up about supportive parents. If more people like you came forward, maybe one day, parents will be less loving and supportive and less narcissistic. Thank you for using your platform for good. I mean, my narcissistic piece of shit parents were super supportive of me too. Yeah, my asshole father would come, take me to football games, come to the games. I mean, they would come to my swim meets, to my lacrosse games. I thought my mother was being supportive when she drove me to acting classes. Turns out she was just being fucking selfish. Yeah, my fucking narcissistic mother used to always pack me lunch. Slaving away in the kitchen, making delicious Italian home-cooked meals. Turns out she was just being controlling. My parents should have been charging me rent. I mean, dude, nobody can quite mind bend hardships like white women. You know what I mean? Nobody can like concoct adversity better. Just Doctor Strange in the Mind Palace building castles to protect themselves from feeling privileged. You know what I mean? Truly a fucking mental gymnast. A world-class gold medalist mental gymnast. Simone Biles in the mental gym. You know what I mean? Just on the fucking balance beam, on the tumbling board. I hate to break it to you. I think you might be the narcissist. Yeah, I'm no psychologist, but neither are you, clearly. And I think you're the narcissist. Maybe we should hit our kids, huh? Maybe Adrian Peterson was right. All right, last video. I'm fucking exhausted. And I'm losing my voice. And I got to protect my moneymaker. This video has been making the rounds. It's Jared Bernstein, who's the chair of the Council of Economic Advisors. If you don't know what that is, it's the main agency advising the president's economic policy. And this is the clip.
The government can't go bankrupt because we can print our own money.
It obviously begs the question, why exactly are we borrowing in a currency that we print ourselves? I'm waiting for someone to stand up and say, why do we borrow our own currency in the first place?
Like you said, they print the dollar. So why does the government even borrow?
Well, again, some of this stuff gets, some of the language that some of the language and concepts are just confusing. I mean, the government definitely prints money, and it definitely lends that money, which is why the government definitely prints money, and then it lends that money by selling bonds. Is that what they do? They sell bonds. Yeah, they sell bonds, right? Since they sell bonds and people buy the bonds and lend them the money. Yeah. So a lot of times, at least to my ear with MMT, the language and the concepts can be kind of unnecessarily confusing, but there is no question that the government prints money and then it uses that money to I guess I can't really talk. I don't get it. I don't know what they're talking about. Like, cause it's like the government clearly prints money. It does it all the time, and it clearly borrows. Otherwise we wouldn't be having this debt and deficit conversation. So I don't think there's anything confusing there.
Yeah. Great to know the guy in charge of our economic policy has a room temperature IQ. I mean, what the fuck is he talking about, dude? Welcome to the game where everything's made up and the points don't matter. Whose money is it anyway? This is the guy in charge of advising the president's economic policy? Well, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? First of all, he's confusing the federal government with the Federal Reserve, which is a union controlled by a handful of privately owned banks. And that's a whole other rabbit hole that we won't get into because I don't have time. He doesn't even know how it works, or at least how to explain it. He says, I don't get it, and then says, I don't think there's anything confusing there. In the same sentence, after tripping over every word for fucking 6 miles while yapping. If this is not the most concerning clip that you've ever seen, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, what he's just described or attempted to describe is the way this shit works, though. We print our own money and then borrow from that money from ourselves. It is a pyramid scheme. The U.S. economy is a fucking pyramid scheme with bonds and borrowing and debt. We are trillions of dollars in debt and we're just printing more, dude. We're just printing more. Taxation is theft. Okay? We should just stop paying. Why am I paying taxes if we're just going to print more money? And if inflation doesn't matter, you know? If we're going to just continue printing an unlimited amount of money and borrowing off of it, then why am I being taxed and then taxed again? The U.S. And then I got to get on the internet and I have people trying to tell me that crypto is a Ponzi scheme. Yeah, sure, there are Ponzi schemes in crypto. But if you're not investing in Bitcoin, I don't know what to tell you. I don't even need to make a case. Watch the fucking clip. Bitcoin, set supply. You can't print more. Okay? Ethereum, depreciating supply. The supply is literally going down. US dollar, printing trillions of dollars and sending it elsewhere. You don't get any of it. In fact, you're paying for it. And you think that crypto is a scam. All right, buddy. Good luck. That's going to conclude our show. I want to thank you for listening. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, save it to your device. And if you're watching on YouTube, and you should be watching on YouTube, hit that like button. In fact, tap that like button just really delicately, right? But then you're going to take your right hand and you're going to fucking punch that subscribe button. You're going to give it a right hook. And then you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to say, I'm an oil man. Maybe you even comment that. I'm an oil man. I drink your milkshake. I drink it up. And you're going to grease up that algorithm. You're going to grease up that rhythm with another comment. And that's going to do it. We're going to send this off with everyone's favorite song, which is the Good Luck AI theme song. As the world continues to spiral into oblivion and tech companies exploit us for every fucking penny that we have. Good night and good luck.
Everybody listen close. There's a brand new show that you gotta know.
What's it called? Oh yeah.
Good Luck with Gino.
That's me.
It's gonna get you moving, get you in the zone. Good luck, good vibes, good times.
Hey.
With Gino by your side, you'll be feeling fine. Every week, he's gonna bring the hype. Woo! So come on, let's go tune in online.
Come on, Pikachu.
Good luck, good vibes, good times. With Gino, it's gonna be a real delight. So get ready to laugh, learn and grow. Good luck, let's go.
Bitch.